Hello and welcome to my channel. This is your friendly freestyle rider. So today we are on our way to visit an ancient temple which is more than 300 years old. And it's a very beautiful temple, entirely carved out of stone. So let's go there and see. Let me show you how the temple is. The weather is nice today, overcast, windy. I hope you are able to hear my voice. I have to speak a little louder because it's very windy. It's really windy. I checked the weather and it won't rain. It shouldn't rain. I hope it doesn't rain because I really don't want to get wet. See some cows on the left. We are passing through village limits, so gotta be careful. Sheep and a man in the lungi. This is a nice road, smooth and nice. Oh dear, it's really windy. I can feel the crosswinds, and the car in front of me is feeling the same. This is a nice hilly area, small hills everywhere. This would be such a nice place to just build a cottage and start living here amidst the woods, amidst the hills. What else would you need? Fresh air, no one to bother you. You have a couple of dogs with you. That would be nice. Oh, dogs, stay, dog. Oh God, oh dear. That dog didn't seem to be bothered. Very brave. But I feel very sorry for these dogs who get run over by traffic. Welcome to Lepakshi. That is where we are going. So we have reached the ancient temple. You can see in the distance, that's the one. Need to look for parking.
Veerabhadra Temple, Lepakshi. Veerabhadra Temple is a Hindu temple located in Lepakshi, which is in the state of Andhra Pradesh. The temple is dedicated to Veerabhadra, a fierce form of god Shiva. It was built in the 16th century, and the architectural features of the temple are in the Vijayanagara style, with profusion of carvings and paintings and almost every exposed surface of the temple. It is one of the centrally protected monuments of national importance and is considered one of the most spectacular Vijayanagara temples. The fresco paintings are particularly detailed in every bright colors, with scenes of Rama and Krishna from the epic stories of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas. The temple was built in 1530 AD by two brothers, namely Virupana Nayaka and Virana. Both brothers who were governors under the Vijayanagara Empire. The main temple is laid out in three parts. These are the assembly hall, known as the Mukha Mantapa, and Natya Mantapa or Ranga Mantapa. The outmost walled enclosure has three gates. The northern gate is used regularly. The inner east gate is entry to the assembly hall, which is a large-sized open hall designated with a large space in its central part. It is at the entrance to the sanctum sanctorium and has a profusion of sculptures and paintings of every inch of space on the columns and ceilings. The images on the pillars and the walls are of divine beings, saints, guardians, musicians, dancers, and 14 avatars of Shiva. Figurines of goddesses Ganga and Yamuna flank the entrance to the sanctum. The exterior columns of this hall are built over a decorated plinth. The decorations are in the form of blocks of carved images of horses and soldiers. The columns are slim and have features of colonnettes carved with eaves overhanging in a curved shape. The open space in the middle part of the hall is defined by large columns of piers which have carvings of triple figures. Famous for its age-old shrines, Lepakshi is steeped in mythological grandeur. According to Valmiki Ramayana, it is believed that this was a place where Ram had met the dying Jatayu and had helped him achieve salvation by uttering the word Lepakshi, or rise, O bird, in Telugu. This is how the place got its name. The Lepakshi temple, also known as the Veerabhadra temple, is one among the marvels of ancient Indian architecture. Carved out of rock, the magnificence in stone speaks volumes about the great Vijayanagara Empire. The shrine dedicated to Lord Veerabhadra, the Lepakshi temple, is an exhibition of timeless art that includes beautiful frescoes and murals. Much of the temple is built on a low rocky hill which is also called the Tortoise Hill in Telugu, inspired by the shape of the hill. Walking around the temple, you will discover the glory of Vijayanagara kingdom, which gave patronage to artists who created these amazing pictorial representations. Carved in its walls are images of musicians and saints. You will see beautiful dancing Ganesha Murti, Murtis of Mata Parvati and Lord Shiva. There is also a cave chamber here where sage Agastya is said to have lived. There are 70 pillars in this Veerabhadra temple. One of the major highlights of this temple is the hanging pillar, which seems like the 70 other pillars in the vicinity but does not rest on the ground. The temple stands as a great reminder of the cultural and architectural heritage of Vijayanagara Empire. The stone idols of musicians, saints, and deities have been skillfully carved. So of special note here is a famous snake sculpture on the Nagalinga. Legend has it that the snake was carved out of a single stone while the sculptors were waiting for lunch.